Hey everybody, sorry a little bit working out the technical details here. My name's Kelly McGuire and welcome to virtual live here from Texas to Steamboat, Colorado. Steamboat Springs, Colorado, benefiting the wonderful Chief Theater there that Tres Amigos, which is Sonny Jim and Mark Mulligan and myself, we were privileged to play there last summer, and it's a beautiful theater, and they support a lot of local arts in the community for all ages, and so they had to cancel their whole season this year, obviously, their summer concert season. So decided to do this little thing and see if it could help them out a little bit. So we're going to take you probably have snow there in Steamboat maybe right now. My friends up in north of Fort Collins, up in Red Feather and Crystal Lakes, I think got a foot of snow yesterday or the day before, but we'll skip on down south of Mexico into Central America, just south of Mexico, a little place called Belize and an island called Ambergris Caye. By the way, the Chief Theater from 1920 to 1950 ran entertainment there in the theater, shows, and then I believe it was restored again in the 80s, and so they've been doing wonderful things there since then, and Artie and Mary Frances put us up and got us up there last year. Piers and palapas up and down the beach, boats by the dock taking tourists to the reef. I don't want to go home, I don't ever want to leave. Playing my guitar by the turquoise sea, palm tree shades my chair by the beach while she whispers to me, I don't ever want to leave. I've waited so long to find a place by the sea where the climate suits me just fine. I'm home on Ambergris Caye, undersea world of coral and fan, schools of fishes more colorful than you could ever dream. It's a fantasy to see, walking on the beach down at Pelican Reef, barefoot children playing in the street. It's a laid-back life, I don't ever want to leave. I've waited so long to find a place by the sea where the climate suits me just fine. I'm home on Ambergris Caye. Whoa, I've waited so long to find a place by the sea, a place by the sea where the climate suits me just fine. I'm home on Ambergris Caye. Yeah, I'm home on Ambergris Caye. Live from Texas here, broadcasting to everybody, and especially Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Wonderful town. Now, I have not gotten to ski there yet, but that's on the agenda. Maybe even in the spring. We'll see. Hopefully the ski resorts will open up, and by next year, hopefully when I'm out on my summer tour, maybe doing, understand they've got a cafe in the works there at the theater that will have live entertainment and shows, and for a smaller venue than the theater. And so who knows, maybe I'll do a combination art show with my paintings and a little music show there. in the summer when I'm out on tour. But we really enjoyed it there. And I've got a lot of friends that go up for the music festival up there in the wintertime, and I'm always envious because I want to be up there skiing. But I'm hoping this is coming out okay. Not seeing me? Okay, you're not seeing me. All right, I'm going to have to work on this then. Okay. We've got to figure out how to get Steamboat Springs, the Chief Theater, onto my Facebook Live. And I'm coming up on Kelly McGuire Band, I believe. Is that right? Always something. Let me make sure. Because he's not seeing me up there. No. I'm live on my page. On the Kelly page. Okay, we've got to find his friend request so that we can so he can access this. Oh, here we go. No friend request? Huh. Well, how do we do that? Message. Find support report, search profile, copy link. All right, Scott is seeing me now. All right, Scott, hopefully you're able to do this now. Good. All right. If he's got it posted on there now. Well, I just did one song, so you didn't miss much. If you're just now getting it on the Chief Theater Steamboat page, and hopefully I'll start again here just at the introduction. And for the Colorado people that just tuned in on that Facebook page, I'm Kelly McGuire, Texas singer-songwriter, living down south of Houston in the Galveston Bay area. And we had a great time up there, two of my songwriter buddies, last summer doing a show at the Chief Theater. Hoping to be up there again this summer and maybe in the cafe or something. But we're going to take you down to the islands once more, because you probably got snow coming up there soon, and maybe you want to feel like you're in an island state of mind. By the way, there's links on here, or post a comment there if you don't see them, about how to donate something to the Chief Theater. Another song off my Boat in Belize CD. Kicked off my shoes, threw away my watch, cooking up supper with a fish I just caught, walking on the beach morning and night. I'm in an island state of mind. Palm tree swaying in the tropical breeze. Swishing sound of waves right below my knees. Bougainvillea growing wild on the vine. I'm in an island state of mind. You might be saying something's wrong with me. How can you act so irresponsibly? Nothing but playing, barely earning a dime. Reality's fine, but I ain't got the time. 'Cause I'm waking each morning to the sound of the sea. Watching the sunset sounds just perfect to me. Reality's fine, but I ain't got the time. 'Cause I'm in an island state of mind. Reality's fine, but I ain't got the time. 'Cause I'm in an island state of mind. Yeah. Live from League City, Texas here. My name's Kelly McGuire, and glad you're tuned in, and hopefully this is going. Is it going good, Scott? Can you hear it now? Hopefully, I'm just checking my text there. So, look at this really cool new shark capo that I got up at my friends in Pirate Cove in Granbury, Texas, where I did a house concert last Saturday. They had this all prepared with their sound system and everything all set up, ready to go, and I'd never seen one. It was so cool. Well, guess what I ended up leaving with? With their permission, of course. Here's a little song off my 5th CD, the King of the Island CD. It's called Rich Man. Remember that old saying? If I had $1 for every time if I drilled a water well and it became an oil field, black gold in my own backyard, no telling what it could yield. They say it'd be the real deal. That's just how I feel. 'Cause I found you. Oh, I found you. If I won the lottery, would you say it was destiny? $1 million a year on a ticket that I got for free. They say you'd be a lucky man, but hey, I already am. 'Cause I found you. Oh, I found you. Till I found you, I was sure there was no one for me in this whole wide world. But I prayed every night for you to come along. Now I thank my lucky stars, but there's not much I can give you, girl. So I poured out my heart and wrote down this song. If I had $1 for every time the thought of you crosses my mind, you say you'd be a rich man. Hey, I already am. 'Cause I found you. Oh, I found you. If I had $1 for every time the thought of you crosses my mind, they say I'd be a rich man. Hey, I already am. 'Cause I found you. Oh, I found you. Yeah, they say I'd be a rich man. Hey, I already am. 'Cause I found you. Rich man. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, it won't let you comment. Well, you can comment, Scott. You can comment on the Kelly McGuire band page, I'll bet, and then we can post it over to the other one, maybe. So, all right. So you heard me sing a couple little songs about Belize, and you're wondering what's the deal with Belize? Well, I'm going to tell you the story. Once upon a time here in Houston, I got a phone call, and this guy that was apparently, there he was, the entertainment director at a famous beach venue there on the island for years. In fact, it was voted Island Bar of the Year by Island Magazine at one time, called Fido's. And great music presentation right on the beach. And this guy starts talking in a kind of a European voice, and he's saying things like Ambergris Key and Belize and San Pedro and Fido's, and I don't have a clue what he's talking about. Well, finally I kind of figured out that he had found me on a Texas Music Awards website. And, oh, thank you, Artie. I assume it's coming through. Yes. Okay. So he was inviting me to come down and play for the week, but he said those words that kind of scared me. I know some of you have probably done this, but that part where they say, we'll take care of all your expenses. Mm-hmm. How many of you have sat through one of those short programs? Well, that scared me, but I said, let me think about it. So about 3 days later, he calls back and he says, write this number down. And it was my Continental Airlines ticket to Belize. Well, you fly to Belize, and then you take the puddle jumper plane flight over to the island. And I get out of this little puddle jumper, and my bags are sitting on the sand. I'm being picked up in a golf cart thinking, wow, this is pretty cool. And we're driving down this sandy beach road right off the beach. Beautiful powdery sand and emerald water out there. And I'm thinking, how could this get any better? Well, it did. Every telephone pole had a big poster on it with my picture saying, live in concert. So that was my introduction to San Pedro, Belize. Now, I had a beautiful week there performing, met wonderful people. And on the last day, I was sitting out by the beach doing some writing, hopefully writing something, because I was inspired, before I flew back to Houston. Next thing you know, I made up this story about a guy from Colorado, actually Colorado Springs area. And not Colorado Springs, excuse me, up near Windsor, Colorado, near Fort Collins. And he had a catamaran in charter there. And every day, he sat at this little thatch hut beach bar with his back to that emerald water when he wasn't out on a charter. And I made up a story about him. I'd see him at night schmoozing the ladies, and I thought, man, that's pretty cool. Have a boat and charter there and hang out on the beach all day. Next time I went back to Belize again, not long after the first trip, I'm singing this song, and they said, well, that's a true story about Captain Rick. So I kept going back to Belize, writing more songs. Next thing you know, I had an album of songs called Boat in Belize, which I'm proud to say won Album of the Year at the Texas Music Awards back in about 2008. He sits at the bar while he's waiting for charters. He's up at the crack of noon. At night he's at Fido's, dancing with ladies. He's a strikingly handsome dude. It don't get much better. Sent his ex-wife a letter, said there won't be any alimony soon. I've been captured by natives of a third world country under a Central American moon. He's got a boat in Belize, docked in San Pedro, a coconut fall from the bar. You're wondering, what the heck does that mean? Well, I'll tell you. You walk up and down the beach in San Pedro, and you were never any further from a bar than about a coconut's fall. You get it? He's got his back to the beach on his favorite bar stool. He don't have to stumble too far. He plies his trade in the islands, diving and trying to forget what he left far behind. He's just what he sees. He's living his dream down in Belize. Now turquoise waters tickled by palm trees blowing in the tropical breeze. Barbecue Sundays, Bruce on the Barbie, the Palapa bar down at BC's, where expats and islanders, sailors and pirates, and divers and those with the scam. And tourists that meet him like me wanna be him, and we're trying to come up with a plan. He's got a boat in Belize, docked in San Pedro, a coconut fall from the bar. He's got his back to the beach on his favorite bar stool. He don't have to stumble too far. He plies his trade in the islands, diving and trying to forget what he left far behind. It's what he seems. He's living his dream down in Belize. Everybody now. He's got a boat in Belize, docked in San Pedro, a coconut fall from the bar. He's got his back to the beach on his favorite bar stool. He don't have to stumble too far. He plies his trade in the islands, diving and trying to forget what he left far behind. He's just what he seems. He's living his dream down in Belize. Yeah, he's just what he seems. He's loving his dream with a boat in Belize. He's got a boat in Belize. Oh, good. Check out this is always hard to do, to sing and read at the same time. Aww. Oh, that's really good. Favorite wedding singer, funny. That was a great movie too, wasn't it? The Wedding Singer. You all remember that one? And what was I going to tell you? Oh, yeah. Thanks, Artie. I guess you probably saw I've got 3 paintings that are in a show now up near Waco, Texas, that just opened tonight. I think they opened for online for sales Monday at the Bosque Art Classic in Bosque County, Texas. And then you may have seen on my Facebook the painting right before I posted that was a newest one I did, of one down in near Pine Island, Matlacha, Florida. Blue Boat and Purple House, that's up there. Yes, this is a few of the paintings. Little Big Sur painting, Point Lobos, south of Carmel, that I'm working on. Big one, and then other way. This always goes backwards, so. I'm looking at a video and it's all reversed, but there we go. The sailboat one, there we go. One I'm working on. This is an old one from a sailboat up near right by where I live here. Clear Lake, Texas, Kemah, Texas. So let's see. Back when you're buying lots of CDs, really enjoy this. Oh, thank you, Jeff. And Jeannie says, hi, Kelly and Michelle. Hi, Jeannie. Now, if I could just figure out how to get to all the comments. How do I get to all of them? I don't really know how. You know, I'm kind of a tech tard when it comes to this stuff. I'm not bad with a paintbrush, but yeah, how do I open this up and see all of them? I don't know how. You'll have to read them and tell me if there's something I'm missing. Thanks to Steve for the donation. Thank you, Steve. Was that Steve Van Horn? I think I had a request for a song I saw on a message when I was trying to get this set up with the theater up there a while ago. This is a song off the King of the Island CD that's way down at the end, and it's I I probably wouldn't do it if I didn't have requests for it, but if that's the same Steve and he did make a donation, well, my gosh, I should do it for him. I think that's the one they wanted. It's called Sleeping Like an Angel. So if you visualize the opening of this song as someone, say, of age, like me, looking in the mirror, looking at all the age, the lines, and all the stories behind that. So that's kind of what this is about, introspectively. Looking back at me, the man I am, and every line I've lived, reflecting all the past, the choices made, and the things I couldn't give. Destiny walked in my life. It took a little time. I traded all my freedom for a taste of heaven every night. You're sleeping like an angel laying next to me. Sunlight in the morning, halo in your hair. You're waking with a hunger, making love to me. An ordinary day in my perfect dream. Do you wonder why I look at you and never get my fill? Green was in your eyes the day we danced, mostly standing still. You sang softly in my ear. I know my heart could hear. I still treasure all those things, but most of all, I love you when you're sleeping like an angel laying next to me. Sunlight in the morning, halo in your hair. You're waking with a hunger, making love to me. An ordinary day in my perfect dream. Ooh. You're sleeping like an angel laying next to me. Sunlight in the morning and halo in your hair. You're waking with a hunger, making love to me. An ordinary day in my perfect dream. You're sleeping like an angel laying next to me. Halo in your hair, your scent was everywhere. Sleeping Like an Angel. Steve, I hope that was the one you wanted to hear. I saw the message and then... Oh, thank you, Steve. Good. Like I said, it is hard to multitask and read at the same time and perform. And So, speaking of Belize, and speaking of being a songwriter, you know, things have changed in the last 25 years. There used to be something that songwriters used called a pencil and a tablet or paper. And they wrote ideas and song ideas and fragments and titles and things down on these scraps of paper. Could be a barroom napkin. In fact, many times I think it was a barroom napkin that they used. Not to tell you where a lot of songwriters hang out in Nashville, but you know, a lot of hit songs I think were written on barroom napkins, ideas for them. So when you sit down to write a song, you used to get out all these stacks of scraps of paper and you start going through them and hopefully you're inspired to write a song. Well, I was doing just that on my 5th CD and nothing was working. I was going through all the usual things, you know, Moon and June and the beach and the palm trees and the sun and the sea and blah, blah. But I realized at that point, it had been 10 years I had been going down to that beautiful emerald water and backed up to it under a big palapa with 100 or so of my friends and fans singing my songs off my CDs back to me. How cool was that? Now, at that point, 14 years ago, I had never dreamed of anything like that before. All the years I messed with guitars and choir and stuff, I'd never dreamed, even the 15 or 20 years I was a songwriter. I mean, played music as a one-man band. I wasn't a songwriter. So here people are singing my songs off my CDs back to me and making me feel just like, you waiting for it? King of the Island, title song of the 5th CD. And on the cover of that song, speaking of art, my friend Walter Castillo down in Belize, famous Belizean artist. I'd seen his work for several years and I tracked him down in the jungles of Belize and asked him if I could use one of his images. He didn't know me and he sent me some pictures and I sent him the lyrics to this song, title song, and he said, no. I'm going to paint you a special painting from the lyrics of this song. Well, tonight I feel like king of the island. All my friends are gathered here with me, dancing under star-studded canopy, somewhere on a beach in Belize. Now I see lights glowing from San Pedro, nocturnal palms swaying in the breeze. Mayan spirits cry out from the mangroves. 2012 didn't worry me, but tonight I'm the king of the island. With my 6-string as I rule this patch of sand, singing songs of my life back on the mainland, as I estimate my fortune full of friends. And I hold this island dear to my conscience, responsible for any fame I've known. 1,000 miles from Texas, living island time with ease, somewhere on a beach in Belize. Now by daylight I go diving incognito, greeted by a school of horse-eyed jack. Like Neptune I go gliding through my kingdom, a parade along the reef welcomes me back. And from Sueño down to Mr. Joe's I've wandered, watched sunrise from the shore of Athens Gate, held court above the crocodile at Fido's, where I first sang the songs that sealed my fate. But tonight I'm the king of the island. This old native blood was flowing through my veins, and I feel the distant tugging of my lifeline from before that city world trapped me in those chains. And I'm in tune with the rhythm of the ocean as it rearranges castles in the tide. And I shudder when I think all this I could have missed if I'd ignored the voices and the signs. Now we are going to need the Steamboat Springs Tabernacle Choir to help us out on this. I'll cue you when it's time. Your part will be, tonight I feel like king of the island. Imagine we're at the Chief Theater singing it. And I'm in tune with the rhythm of the ocean as it rearranges castles in the tide. 1,000 miles from Texas, living island time with ease, somewhere on a beach in Belize. Are you ready? Here we go. But tonight I'm the king of the island. Ooh, that's the Mayan spirits. And tonight I'm the king of the island. Everybody now. Ooh, big finish. And tonight I'm the king of the island. Ooh. King of the Island, live from League City, Texas. Benefiting the Chief Theater up in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, where Tres Amigos, that'd be Mark Mulligan, Sonny Jim, and I did a great concert last summer. Loved it. Beautiful theater, restored. And any monies that they raise goes into that community up there and arts, things for the kids, whether it's graphic, painting things or dance, music. And they hold a summer concert series there. And thank you, Scott, for helping us get this virtual live thing going, and Artie and Mary Francis, and let's see. Yes, and thank you, Steve. Hello, Kathy Marler, clear up in Millbrook, Ontario. Yes, which is actually where our Tres Amigos, I don't know why we called it a Mexican name. We don't really do Mexican music or Spanish music, except for Mulligan does a little. But somehow that name got stuck to us, and we've been using it. But it's three of us songwriters, and Dean Cabell was playing out there with us for Mark's annual birthday party, and I started playing his bass, and then now it's morphed into Mark Mulligan plays the guitar and the keyboard, and Sonny Jim's guitar and steel drums, and I'm guitar and bass. So we have a really cool blonde attitude. Club Blonde, is that what you're talking about, Brenda? Anyway, we have a really fun time with it, trading songs. And hello, Brenda. Are you talking about Club Blonde? I think that's what you're talking about, right? It must be. Yes, I can do that for you. And this song is a title song on my second CD, which was everything that didn't go on my first CD about boats and islands and beaches, Redfish Island. And so it was more country, Americana, folk oriented. But I wrote this song about a fictitious nightclub full of nothing but blondes, right? So you remember that old saying? Everybody knows blondes have more fun, right? I had this out on Texas radio back, and I think it was around 2004. I promoted a couple of singles off of that CD, the Club Blonde CD, and this one did well, and Wasted on the Young did a little better, actually. I had a Cajun squeeze box player playing on Wasted on the Young with me, and but this is about that fictitious nightclub, so you can probably visualize inside in the line of blonde of all different shapes, sizes, waiting outside to get in. Well, last Friday night I went out with my buds to have a few drinks, see what we could scare up. We went to a place they call Club Blonde. The line outside was a half a mile long. I asked somebody where the name was from. She said, everybody knows blondes have more fun. Blondes in blue jeans, blondes in black, low-cut dresses with nothing in the back, and little short skirts and high-heeled shoes, showing what they got with nothing to lose. Something tells me this night has just begun, 'cause everybody knows blondes have more fun. Ruby red lips, seductive eyes, skin-tight shorts just to tease the guys. Wherever they go, people stop and stare just to get a look at that golden hair. Well, now Marilyn Monroe, Madonna too, Pamela Sue in her Baywatch suit, and there's Lori and Trish, and look at Faith Hill. The line's getting longer and they're coming still. There's a place across the street where Brenda gets it done, 'cause everybody knows blondes have more fun. Ruby red lips, seductive eyes, skin-tight shorts just to tease the guys. Wherever they go, people stop and stare just to get a look at that golden hair. Blondes in blue jeans, blondes in black, low-cut dresses with nothing in the back, and little short skirts and high-heeled shoes, showing what they got with nothing to lose. Something tells me this night has just begun, 'cause everybody knows blondes have more fun. There's a place across the street you can get it done, 'cause everybody knows blondes have more fun. And Brenda says, yes, blondes do have more fun. Well, thank you, Brenda. And hi, Liza. Liza, I'll do this song for your mama. And for you. If I remember it. It's been a while since I've done it. But this is off that same Club Blonde CD. Let's see, what key did I do this in? Oh, I think I just did it in a regular key. Yeah. It's called We Held On. And you know, people from New Jersey and Philadelphia were making fun of the way I pronounce a couple of things in this song. And I don't think they have any right to talk about the way I talk. You ever heard New Jersey people? Philadelphia people? It's a miracle we're together still, after all life put us through. It's unbelievable how love can conquer all. I'd do it all again with you. Time teaches us to love, and I thank God for time with you. And after all in this world is said and done, love is all we have to hold on to. And we held on through the hard times. We grew strong in our hearts and in our minds, like the clinging roots from an old oak tree. Love grabbed hold and clung to you and me, and we held on. We held on. You knew I had a dream, so you gave everything to help me make it all come true. But somewhere along the way I realized I had it made, and all along my dream was you. Time teaches us to love, and I've had one fine time with you. And after all in this world is said and done, Love is all we have to hold on to. And we held on through the hard times. We grew strong in our hearts and in our minds, like the clinging roots from an old oak tree. Love grabbed hold and clung to you and me. Yeah, roots, Kathy. We held on. We held on. You know, roots, like those things underneath the trees. When the roots get rotten and the tree falls over, it crashes through the roof. We held on through the hard times, and we grew strong in our hearts and in our minds, like the clinging roots from an old oak tree. It just doesn't sound right. Love grabbed hold and clung to you and me. We held on. We held on. Lord, I'm glad we held on. I'm glad we held on. Yeah. Yeah, you can take the boy out of the Ozarks, but you can't take the Ozarks out of the boy, right? Well, I missed you guys too. Yeah, I get a little reclusive every once in a while, and when the whole COVID thing started and all our trips canceled, it was a good time for me to delve into my painting, though, seriously, and I made some good progress in it, and then I did a little road tour end of June, starting in New Mexico, up at a ranch Ted Turner has, a guest ranch called Vermejo. I just went blank. Vermejo, like 700,000 acre place with buffalo and elk and my friend from Colorado and Phoenix, Jim Goodwin. I were up there fishing and taking pictures, sightseeing, fixing flat tires. But it was a great thing. And then went on up to Colorado Springs and did a show at JJ and Donna's. And that was a great show outside. And it was the first, I'm so lucky with shows outside. But every single time I think I've played there, we've had to go inside from outside. A little storm will come through. And I think this was the first time we got to stay outside the whole time. And I didn't finish setting up my equipment until I was sure I was going to at least start. So then went on up to Crystal Lakes above Red Feather, Fort Collins area. Hi, Lily. Stephen Lilly's place up about 9,000 feet on the side of a mountain. And always have fun up there. And then on up to Cody, Wyoming for a house concert, 4th of July. And great fireworks show that night, and had some great, I don't think I've posted, no I haven't posted pics from my trip yet, really. I told you, I get a little reclusive when I'm out on the mountains sometimes, and I've got some really good pics from Yellowstone. Got some great bear pictures this year. 2 different bear, one with a cub and other one a young grizzly. And then, let's see, I think I went down into Idaho. I did McCall, Idaho. And had a great show at the RV park there in McCall. And in between this, I might have done some fly fishing, especially after McCall. I know I did a bunch of fly fishing up outside of West Yellowstone in the Island Park area, Henry's Fork of the Snake River up there, and loved it. Fished several days there and Warm River, and then I got a wild hair and decided I'd put it off long enough, and I went on up to Glacier National Park, almost to Canada, up in northern Montana there. And it was beautiful. It was everything everybody said it was. Loved it up there. Then I went down. I forgot where I ended up. I think I was in Dillon. I went to Salida, did a show in Salida, Colorado. I can't remember everything else, but anyway, I'm going to document and post pictures from all that trip, I promise. I said I would. So Hi, Bob, out on the left coast. And let's see. Oh, yeah. Make fun of me, why don't you, Jeannie? Did I miss anything here? Make sure I didn't. And usually I don't check this stuff, and then I'll get off and check Facebook, and somebody sent me a message or something to play, and I feel so bad that I didn't play it. Well, let's see.
Ended up in northern Montana there.
Whoop. Nope, we don't need to hear you.
Sent me a message or something
I
to
just,
play, and I feel so bad that I didn't play it.
I just want to check the messages. Okay, they'll let me know if I miss any. So, well, you know, I told you I made a living. I mentioned I made a living for about 20 years as a one-man band. Kind of like, have you ever seen one of those wind-up monkeys that have the cymbals? That's kind of what I did for about 15 years. This was before computers and MIDI music and background tracks and all that kind of stuff. So I played bass with my feet, and then I had a guitar that also played organ and synthesizer. So I had another foot pedal that had two different volumes on it, sideways like that, and then up and down, and had a harmonica around my neck. And so I sat there, and I wasn't a songwriter at all. And after about 20 years of doing that, I was burned out on music. I really was burned out. So when I got a job in the yacht brokerage business and teaching sailing here in Galveston Bay area, south of Houston, as soon as I could, I quit playing music. And next thing you know, after, I don't know, a month or so, I'm messing around with music at home on the keyboard and guitar for fun. And I started writing songs. Well, that was what I'd always wanted to do. And the first things I wrote about, of course, I was living on my sailboat. I wrote about boats and sailing and oceans and things I dreamed about as a kid and never got a chance to experience till I was an adult. Well, I started writing some of these songs about Redfish Island and sailing, and next thing you know, people are talking about me behind my back. You know how people are. Oh, he's just a wannabe. He's just a Buffett wannabe. And they didn't mean it as a compliment. Well, I put up with it for a number of years, and can't say it didn't hurt my feelings, but, you know, after 2 or 3 years of this songwriting thing, I had made a decision to give it 2 years. Because I thought, after the second CD, I thought, you know, I hate to be sitting around 10 years from now wondering what would have happened if I had explored my songwriting career. And now, mind you, I was over the age of 50 at this point. It was kind of late to do a career change. So I was starting to do okay after a couple of years and saw the daylight and saw that it might work. So it didn't bother me so bad, but late one night driving back from New Orleans to Houston in the dark on I-10 by myself, I got to thinking about that wannabe thing and said, you know what, I am a wannabe and I'm okay with it. After all, who wouldn't want to be Buffett, right? Either Warren or the other. He says I'm just a wannabe, singing songs about tiki bars, flowered shirts and flip-flops, down in Belize playing my guitar. Hey, here's a new one that I just wrote. It's got beaches, margaritas, and rum. He says I'm just a wannabe, and he's right, I wanna be either one. Who wouldn't want to be Buffett? Either Warren or the other. I'm not ashamed to say I love it, although you're not supposed to covet huge concerts and sold out crowds, a portfolio to make you proud. Either Warren or the other. Who wouldn't want to be Buffett? Wasting away down on one of his yachts, he flies his plane to surf the finest spots. The other's out back in Omaha. His trained lizard will insure your car. Now I'm a cocktail of hopes and dreams, blended up with my mom and dad's genes. I'm proud of the man I am. I wanna be all I can. Although who wouldn't wanna be Buffett? Either Warren or the other. I'm not ashamed to say I'd love it, although you're not supposed to covet. They got money and they got fame. Everybody knows one of their names, either Warren or the other. Who wouldn't want to be Buffett? Every time I hear them say he's just a wannabe, I wanna say, who wouldn't wanna be Buffett, even just for a day? Either Warren or the other, well, I'd be happy either way. They got money and they got fame. Everybody knows one of their names, either Warren or the other. Who wouldn't want to be Buffett? Yeah, they got money and they got fame. Everybody knows one of their names, either Warren or the other. Who wouldn't want to be Buffett? Either Warren or the other. Who wouldn't want to be Buffett? Yeah, true story. Pretty much, yeah. Let's see. Here's a song, something a little bit different off the Boat and Belize CD, and it's called Searching. Yes, I'm still alone. I keep waiting for a sign. I keep searching high and low. I keep both eyes open wide. I know somewhere in this great big world, for me there's just one girl. I won't give up until I see her loving eyes looking back at me. I keep searching, searching for those eyes that shine for me. I keep searching, searching for someone to share my dream. You know love can find you at a most unusual time. And you wake up from a dream, looking right into her eyes. And you know it's her right from the start. You feel it deep down in your heart, the magic in the air between breath you share can be so sweet. I keep searching, searching for those eyes that shine for me. I keep searching, searching for someone to share my dream. I keep searching, searching for those eyes that shine for me. I keep searching, searching for someone to share my dream. I keep searching, searching for those eyes that shine for me. I keep searching, searching for someone to share my dream. Searching. Yeah. Oh, I miss Mark and Sonny Jim playing with me on that one. And my Cuban friend down in San Pedro, Belize. Amaris. Well, one day in January, sometimes January, we have pretty warm weather here in Houston. And you can, be out at the pool in January. It doesn't happen all the time, but one of those particular times I was out at the pool and beautiful weather. And that's when I like to call my friends up north, Minneapolis, Philadelphia. Hey, what are y'all doing? Oh, we're shoveling snow. Like we're going to have to shovel some more tomorrow. What are you doing? Oh, I'm just laying out at the pool. They hate that. But on this particular day, hi, Mary Frances. Did you hear me talking about flying, Mary Frances? Anyway, on this particular day, this little song was tickling in the back of my head, and it's pretty well the story of my life, how I moved from the Midwest in Missouri down to the Gulf Coast of Texas, learning how to sail, learning how to write songs, and it's called Blame It on Buffett. If you listen to Radio Margaritaville, you might hear this song. Somewhere I took a right instead of a left. College never sat well, so I headed south-southwest. I ended up in Texas, on the Gulf of Mexico, where I learned to sail and I learned to write about the places I wanted to go. Blame it on Buffett. He was my hero from way in the past, and I sang his songs and had island dreams before I ever raised a main up a mast. Blame it on Buffett. We took the road less traveled upon, and though he beat me there, well, I'm enjoying the journey and I love singing both of our songs. Well, now I sailed from Lauderdale clear down to Key Largo. I crossed the Gulf on a fast sloop and I sailed the Abacos. As a kid I read Kon-Tiki, and now all the pirate books too. There are just so many places on my list to see. I'm going crazy just trying to choose. Blame it on Buffett. He was my hero from way in the past, And I sang his songs and had island dreams before I ever raised a main up a mast. Blame it on Buffett. Took the road less traveled upon. And though he beat me there, well, I'm enjoying the journey, and I love singing both of our songs. On our fame, piles of money I'll never see. But I love playing my music, and thank God my fans love me. And though I'm not a handsome guy, there were ladies who were kind and loved me through the faults I had. You know, it's been one whale of a ride. Blame it on Buffett. He was my hero from way in the past. I sang his songs and had island dreams before I ever raised a main up a mast. Blame it on Buffett. We took the road less traveled upon, and though he beat me there, well, I'm enjoying the journey, and I love singing both of our songs. But blame it on Buffett. He was my hero from way in the past, and I sang his songs and had island dreams before I ever raised a main up a mast. Blame it on Buffett. We took the road less traveled upon. Though he beat me there, well, I'm enjoying the journey, and I love singing both of our songs. Though he beat me there, I'm enjoying the journey, and I love singing both of our songs. Blame it on Buffett. That would be Jimmy, the other Buffett. Woo! I'm wondering if did you guys get snow in Steamboat yet? I'm sure hoping the resorts open up. Let's see. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Eileen. Let's see here. Let me see if... there we go. Yeah, hi Craig. I missed the old 6-string days in New Orleans as well. And hi Randy McFadden. How you doing? Hi Randy. I may be coming through Austin here one of these days soon. I'll check and see if you're in town. Chris, how are you doing? Oh, okay. And Virginia Beach. Hi Kathy. Hi Chris. Chris, are you guys back from Isla Mujeres? We sure hated to cancel our big fan trip that we postponed from May, our annual trip from May. We postponed it till 1st of October, and didn't feel like it was probably the right time to take a big group of people down there. So it's our regular May trip is on as it stands now. And if y'all haven't ever checked it out, it's an island right off of Cancun. It's about a 15-minute ferry ride from Cancun. Beautiful ferry ride to a little island called Isla Mujeres, Island of Women. And it's a great place where we stay there and host the shows. We do 2 or 3 shows on the beach, but we get a lot of time to hang out with our friends and fans and you know, do something that we don't have time to do at shows usually. And so check out Isla Mujeres in May, and or you're welcome to text me, email me if you have any questions. Kelly@redfishisland.com, Kelly@redfishisland, or I post a lot of my art also. I meant to say earlier on Instagram, Kelly McGuire Artist, Kelly McGuire Artist on Instagram, and my art page is kellymcguireart.com. I haven't mixed and mingled the two of them very much yet. I haven't figured that out yet, whether I want to do that. But good, Mary Frances. I'm glad you're still flying and And I loved seeing pictures of the time that you landed in the snow in your Bonanza. That was pretty cool. I think it was Bonanza. Snowed there on Tuesday. Caused havoc. I bet it did cause havoc up at the pass, Rabbit Ear Pass. Yeah. High winds. Okay. Well, uprooted trees and stuff. Well, I know my friends in Crystal Lakes up above Fort Collins, they got about a foot of snow. Saw pictures of that. And it's so funny because Steve is building an airplane up there, actually almost built. And right before I left in the summer when I did my concert there, he fired up the first engine fire up with the propeller on. That was an interesting sight to see a plane up on the side of a mountain at 9,000 feet in a little garage. Of course, the wings weren't on it yet, so it's still in the garage. And it'll have to be transported somewhere to take off. But it does take off in, I think, 20 feet or 60 feet or something like that. It's called a Zenith, a little aluminum plane. And it's going to be really cool for them to hop around and fly fish up north, Canada, etc. And so anyway, I got snowy pictures of them. And my only skiing I did this last winter was when I stopped in Santa Fe. Got to ski Santa Fe, but had to cancel my Montana and Wyoming, Colorado stuff. So hopefully things will straighten out. I said hi, Chris, I think. And hi, Randy and Maureen. Hey, Ken. Friends that also from Cedar Park, where I used to do house concerts. And now they've got houses on the cliff there in Isla Mujeres, Mexico. So, and I didn't mention my annual birthday in Belize Bash, which is in February. Usually the last couple of days of January, and my birthday's on the 6th of February. So usually it goes through about the 10th or so. And I do shows up and down the beach there, a couple of different places. So check that out. Email us if you're interested in coming down for that. That's always a good one, too. If you've been on a cruise and been to Belize, it's not the same as going to the island there, Ambergris Caye. It's just a whole different world. And it's a totally different world than the Cancun and the Isla Mujeres, Mexico thing. They each have their own unique thing. All right, I've got 2 requests here. All right, well, why don't I just do those? So, if somebody would please get Blake Shelton or Tim McGraw to record this song, somebody like that, I could spend more time in Steamboat. It's called Daddies and Daughters. When she was born, her daddy was surprised when they brought her out in pink instead of blue. The quarterback he'd planned on was a tiny baby girl, and in the blinking of an eye she was the pride of his world. Winning games gave way to ballet and stage. Story time on his lap while she turned the page, 'cause she's daddy's little girl, the apple of his eye. She'll always be his baby, it'll never change with time, and he'll still be there to calm those raging waters, 'cause nothing quite compares to the love between daddies and daughters. Ballet to basketball, she scored big for the team. He never ever missed a single game she played. And then the doorbell brought a young man with a tuxedo on to take her to her first prom. And on her birthday she found waiting outside shiny red convertible that she couldn't wait to drive, 'cause she's daddy's little girl, the apple of his eye. She'll always be his baby, it'll never change with time. And he'll still be there to calm those raging waters, 'cause nothing quite compares to the love between daddies and daughters. Before he knew it, he was walking down the aisle, and there was something wet trickling down his face. And with a trembling voice he answered, her mother and I. And then he let her go and slowly walked away. 'Cause she's daddy's little girl, the apple of his eye. She'll always be his baby, even though she's now a wife. And he'll still be there to calm those raging waters, 'cause nothing quite compares to the love. Nothing even comes close to the love that they shared. Oh, nothing quite compares to the love between daddies and daughters. Daddies and daughters. Thank you, Chris. Oh, see what we missed here. Trying to keep up. Oh, great, Brenda. We'll see you in Isla, but I'll see you in Florida before Isla Mujeres, Brenda. I'm overdue for a trip over there. Thank you, Randy. Oh, so let's see. I was going to mention a few things about the theater. It hosts about 200 events a year, and from live theater and dance and comedy to films, magic, and of course music concerts. And it's the 7th year of their songwriter series, which we got to be a part of last year, and so enjoyed it, especially since they have some great people like Peter Yarrow of Peter, Paul and Mary, and really good shows. But it's a beautiful theater, and Scott did such a great job of sound and setting us all up and the lighting. They've done about 30 plays there at the theater, and they had the youth players have done a holiday play each December since 2015, and they've had to add an additional production in June because of the youth in the theater. Great theater for that. So it partners with over 30 nonprofit organizations every year to help them out a little bit with funds that they end up with, and they've just doing a partnership now with the Steamboat Arts Academy. So it will enable them to have 150 kids participating in theater, dance, writing, fine arts programs, etc., and including summer camps and school year classes. So they do some great things up there. So check it out. And if you're in Steamboat, see what's going on there at the theater. They're not open right now, of course, in the theater, but they're getting ready to start. They've got some new shows scheduled that they're getting ready to start, I think, opening up. So check that out. And let's see. I think I'll do another song about sailing, a boating song. Little story of when I first started traveling playing music, and I wasn't a songwriter at the time, but I was traveling doing the one-man band thing, and I bought a Hobie Cat and loved sailing that because I had always dreamed of sailing. But what I wanted was a boat that I could spend the night on. So when I got up around Dallas and I knew I was going to be there a while, I sold the Hobie Cat and I started looking for a boat. and up around Lake Grapevine, up by DFW Airport. And I'd walk around this marina hoping somebody would ask me to go sailing. All those boats there. I'd walk around and just kind of hang out, talk to people on the dock, and nobody ever asked me to go sailing. So I gave up and eventually found a good deal on this boat that needed a lot of work, and Imran painted the hull blue, and it was fixed it up, and it was really a pretty little Cal 24. Put it in the marina. Now, put it in the water is another story, because the truck that backed it down the ramp ended up getting sucked into the water all the way under the roof. Yeah. I'm sitting up in the cockpit of this boat. It finally floats off the trailer, and I kind of float up alongside this guy's truck window. His truck's sinking lower and down the ramp, and he hands me his camera and his wallet out the window, and looks at me kind of funny. His windshield wipers have just come on, and he swims out the window, and that was the first day with the boat in the water. So I motor around to the slip, park it in the slip, and all these people came over to say hi, welcome me to the marina, the dock, and then said, "Hey, we're going out on our boat today. Would you like to go?" You see the irony in that? You have to buy a boat to be part of the club. Kind of like getting married, I think. So anyway, while I was walking around trying to check out boats and meet boating people, I met this guy sitting in the cockpit telling stories about his time in the islands, and he was talking about how great this boat was, how he was going to go back again. I looked up and down the water line of that boat and said, that boat ain't going nowhere. He's just dreaming his way to the islands. So this is called Barnacles. It's off the Destiny and Fate CD, the latest CD. Barnacles are growing round the water line. The varnish on the teak peeled and lost its shine, and the canvas faded to a pinkish hue. And she's rusty round the scuppers like he is too. He's dreaming about the waters that he used to sail. He's lying to himself with just stories to tell. He ain't going nowhere, he's stuck right here. That boat'll never leave that splintered old pier. He's dreaming his way to the islands, telling everyone he's gonna go. He's got enough beer to provide him with a day's worth if he drinks slow. Sitting in the cockpit, talking to himself, dreaming of trying, determined as hell. Every pop top, he gets closer and bolder at sunset. Finally his head's on his shoulder, and he's dreaming he's halfway there. Well, he's dreaming his way to the islands. Had her since she was a brand new boat, prettiest craft he'd ever seen afloat. He was proud to drop anchor in those tropical places. She shined like a pearl, swinging on a necklace. He's dreaming his way to the islands, telling everyone he's gonna go. He's got enough beer to provide him with a day's worth if he drinks slow. Sitting in the cockpit, talking to himself, dreaming of trying, determined as hell. Every pop top, he gets closer and bolder at sunset. Finally his head's on his shoulder, and he's dreaming he's halfway there. Well, he's dreaming his way, got half a mind to stay. He's dreaming his way to the islands. Well, the market collapsed and he lost his momentum. Now this boat's his whole world, tied to the dock with 3 frayed lines. Been years since he's even had his sails unfurled. This is the part John Patty plays beautiful steel drums on the CD. Now he's sitting in the cockpit talking to himself, dreaming of trying, determined as hell. Every pop top he gets closer and bolder. At sunset, finally his head's on his shoulder, and he's dreaming he's halfway there. Well, he's dreaming his way. Got half a mind to stay. Yeah, he's dreaming his way to the islands. Dreaming his way to the islands known as barnacles. Thanks, Scott. I'm gonna do one more here and wind it up, but I hope you all are enjoying this, and check out the Chief Theater Steamboat, and that's what we're doing this benefit for tonight, and their donation information is up on my site and theirs too. So I think I'll do a little song about one of those vacations you don't want to come home from, you know, or on your way home you're thinking about turning around and running back to the sea and the sun. This goes way back to my first CD, Redfish Island. This is the last song I wrote for that. It's called Turn Around and Run. From a weekend paradise, I got used to holding you close every night. As we come down from the clouds and touch the ground, you're squeezing my hand so tight. But if paradise is behind us, where we learn less is really more, and all we needed was each other. What are we coming back for? Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We can snorkel for free. This is Ricky's favorite part. Make love on the beach, lay around in the sun. The smartest thing we've ever done is turn around and run. Well, this pile of a city is so full of people, buzzing around like flies, all stressed out in their everyday world, dressed up in their suits and ties, trying to achieve the next level. With a bonus they can buy a new car, or a house where they keep their family. They think those things are who they are. Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Sing it, Ricky. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We can snorkel for free, make love on the beach. I wouldn't recommend that, by the way. Lay around in the sun, smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. La-las, everybody. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Well, we were suffering from a delusion that we could leave all this behind. No choice but collect our baggage, Get ready for that 8 to 5 grind. As we looked our way to the exit, I could see the question in her eyes. So I answered with a smile and I grabbed her hand. Next plane back to paradise. Turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We can snorkel for free, make love on the beach, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Turn around and run, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Turn around and run. La 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 la. La 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 la. Now sing it in Spanish, everybody. La 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 la. La 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 la. Turn around and run. Up to the snow and the fun this winter, hopefully. I may get to sneak up to Steamboat this winter. You never know. I usually do a spring trip up through Colorado and into Wyoming, Montana. So you might see me up there. You never know. And thank you guys once again. Thank you, Chief Theater. And we'll hope to see you again soon. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm headed out on the 24th. I am in Van Horn, Texas, which is just east of El Paso. And that will be a show there, and then one in Phoenix, Arizona, and one in north of LA, and then one in San Diego on the Sunday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll end up in San Diego. And then I may be up in the Boise or Utah area. We're working on the return trip and seeing what else. So if you know anybody out west that wants to host a house concert, we can figure it out and maybe route it. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Thank you all once more. And Kelly McGuire here signing out. Check my Facebook page, Kelly McGuire Band, and like that. And redfishisland.com. My Instagram, Kelly McGuire Artist. So check it out. Hope to see you again soon.